welcome back to another episode of my Mbbs journey, where I'll be sharing with you my true experiences or my stories of how I've been able to survive med school, the mistakes I made, how I've been able to overcome the struggles and reach the stage that I am at now. If you haven't watched the first year and that's like the second year, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below so that you can go and watch it and follow up. I'm able to correct the mistakes that I made, so that I don't go making them again. Yes, that's the essence of this series. And so guys, for today I'm going to talk about my 300 level. So let's dive right into the video. So my 300 level, if you've watched my first and second year video, you will get to see that I wasn't actually serious in my first day and in my second year. So I actually became very more serious in my 300 level. And that was because I started talking to people. I started communicating with my seniors. But I'm actually a very shy person. So I didn't really seek help from others. I wanted to do everything on my own. But from my first and second year, I got to learn and realize that teamwork is very important in med school. If you ever want to survive in med school, and you have to have a team, you have to be able to go out to seek for help, have someone to coach you, have a mentor, have someone that you're looking up to, especially the ones that are so wise up here, Timothy, Alberto. These are the two people that really helped me a lot. They're my spiritual colleagues, and they're they helped me. Thank you guys, honestly. So try to talk to your senior colleagues. Even if you're a shy person like I am, probably your friends, your classmates who are likely to talk to your senior colleagues, you should now ask your friends who talks to your senior colleagues. You should ask them how far, so that you don't get lost, so that you know what's up, you know how to go about your thing. No man is an island, especially in med school. You must have a team. Teamwork is necessary. So have the best friends to have the best team. That's what I'm going to advise you. And another thing was, it was true that we were going to start our MB that period. That's my first professional MBBS exam. So I actually needed to be serious. I actually tried going for lectures, but in the long run I didn't keep up. And I've gotten to realize that it's not just in me to go for lectures, and so because of that I had to devise another means to make up for myself not going for lectures. And what I did was,
if you want to know the methods I implemented as one who doesn't like going for lectures, I'm going to leave the link to the video where I said it up here, and you can go and watch that.
And it was actually very much easier for me, and it worked for me because
I learned my space.
But mind you, it's actually very good to go for lectures, because the way the lecturer is going to explain is his method of teaching, his method of answering questions, all of this and more. That is what you're going to get when you go for lecture. You mustn't actually do it my own way. This was what worked for me. And another thing, in med school, you actually have to find out what works for you and stick to it. You grab. Yes, you grab. So I was saying, me being more serious. Another thing that I implemented was starting early. It affected me in my 200 level. That was first semester. I didn't start early, and so the load of the work fell on me 1 week towards exam. You will know the story more in my video of my second year, so you just go back and watch that video before coming back to make this one. Yes, so it affected me, and I really had to make a resolution to not repeat the same mistake again. And so I actually started early. If I managed to go for lectures that day, when I come back I'll read whatever it is I will learn that day. And so it made it possible for me to be able to finish up the courses we had for that week before weekend, before Saturday or Sunday, because every day I dedicated some hours of my time towards reading whatever course it is that we had that day. That means every day of my life, in my 300 level, I made sure to read. No day passed without me reading. Okay, well, there were a few days, but then maybe I was sick or something else came up, I was tired, or one of my lazy days. But most of the time I made sure to read every day. No matter how stressful it was for me, I actually made sure to read every day. What I'm trying to say is that the technique or the method of starting early really helped me in the long run, because when exam time came, it was much easier for me. And because I'm the kind of person to judge, see, I cannot read without jotting. I don't know how people do that thing. If you're that kind of person, you are a genius. Whatever. You are wise. You are. I should wake up for you because, oh my god. Anyway, I actually cannot read without jotting, so I had to get a jotter. It's like a 10-in-1 note, and for every course that I read or for every course that we offered, I had a particular page or pages for it. And so this is okay. I'm going to like leave the picture. I can actually like show it to you from here. I don't know, I don't know if you can like see it. So I actually make use of sticker notes and what have you in my jotter. Something like this. This is what my jotter looks like. So when the exam times came, I only had to read my jotter. Yes, I didn't have to go back to my textbooks or my notes again. I just had my jotter for myself or with me to help me. So that was how starting early actually helped me, and therefore you should implement that right now. You should start now to start early. You should start now to start reading, to not wait for exam time to draw nearer. I beg, because I ended up reading a particular course like 3-4 times and I kind of retained it more. When I was in the exam hall, it was very much easier for me, and my brain cooperated with me. My brain was like in sync with me, like me and my brain, we did it together. And then another thing was, or is, I became more prayerful in my 300 level. Like my relationship with God blossomed. Like I don't actually know how I did that thing, but I shall know that I made sure to pray every morning and night. I made sure to read my Bible, and then I am a Catholic, so I kind of, when I had the chance to, I said my rosary. I always listen to gospel music. I always listen to gospel messages. I always watched videos on, you know, how to like increase or find or be in the presence of God or increase my relationship with God, and this actually felt quite more easier for me. Yeah, it was really a very beautiful experience for me in my 300 level. Honestly, that time or in my 300 level, that was when I knew that I was a student. Things were actually going well for me, and I was able to like save more. I was able to like eat more, and I even actually became more disciplined that time. That's my 300 level. And so for my first semester, when we had like our semester exams, it wasn't that hard for me. It was fun for me, and lo and behold, my scores were really so wonderful. Like I was even shocked. Like I had 80s in Medschool. I had an 80. No, that was actually quite surprising. But I did it, and therefore you too can. So just try to implement the tips and tricks that I have already listed in my videos so far, and most importantly, I will keep emphasizing this, for you you actually have to like start early and, you know, do the necessary things that you have to do on time, and this will actually make you more disciplined, you get. And then above all, hold your God tight, hold your Allah tight, hold your pagan God tight. Any person that you like, or anybody or any being that you hold worthy of your life, just submit wholly and entirely to that person or that being. Pray as much as you read, and read as much as you pray. So that's actually my advice. Then getting to my 300 level second semester. Okay, that one now was my first semester. For my 300 level second semester, that was when we had mock. And then all my vibe and courage and discipline in my first semester died off in my second semester.
My village people swore for me, because each time I opened my book to read, it's either I have headaches or I will start feeling sleepy. It was really frustrating and depressing me, because everyone around me was busy studying and I was just struggling within myself. At some point, I said I was done trying, and I took to seeing movies and sleeping a lot. I was practically useless, but I still did not care. I was really nonchalant.
God have mercy upon us.
Okay guys, as usual, we're going to stop here today. Come back here same time tomorrow so that we can complete the story. It's really getting interesting.